All right, let's just get right into it. What if I told you that the slow, frustrating way you've been learning your whole life is, well, it's obsolete? And what if there's a way to give yourself a bionic mind and just master any subject in a fraction of the time? Get ready, because that's exactly what we're breaking down today. Story, once upon a time. We've all been this student, right? Staring at this absolute mountain of text, highlighting everything until the page is just a blur of yellow, feeling that dread creep in. You're not just reading, you're literally drowning in information. And let's be super clear, this isn't about you not trying hard enough. It's a system failure. And there's a name for this feeling. It's called hitting the cognitive load wall. The most important thing to get is that your struggle isn't a personal flaw. It's a biological limit we all have. It's just how our brains are wired. Okay, so think of your brain's working memory like the RAM on your computer. It's incredibly fast, but it has a tiny amount of space. You know, when you try to cram for a test, you're just overflowing that RAM. It's why you can't remember most of it the very next day. It was never really stored. So when we try to shove a bunch of disorganized raw information into that limited working memory, we create what's called extraneous load. That's all the mental effort that has nothing to do with actual learning. It's like trying to build IKEA furniture with a giant pile of screws and no instructions. You're working really hard, but you're getting nowhere. This is exactly why you can read an entire chapter and have zero memory of what you just read. But what if we could just bypass that limit? What if we had a co-pilot that was designed to manage all that cognitive load for us? Well, that's where Agentic AI comes into the picture. This isn't just another chatbot. Think of it as an autonomous digital tutor built from the ground up to work with your brain's natural architecture, not against it. It is time to level up, study buddy. Instead of fighting our own biology, we're going to build a solution, an AI that becomes the perfect personal tutor designed just for you. So how does this amazing AI tutor actually do its thing? It follows this really powerful 3-step process to create a learning experience that's totally personalized and, most importantly, grounded only in your trusted materials. Let's break this down. First, source grounding. This is your guarantee that the AI won't make stuff up. It only, and I mean only, uses the documents you give it. Next, adaptive loops. This means the tutor gets harder when you're getting things right and eases up when you're struggling, just like a real-life great teacher would. And here's the real game changer, memory-augmented reasoning. It actually remembers what you've asked before, so it learns your unique knowledge gaps. You stop wasting time reviewing stuff you already know. So what does this actually feel like to use? The best way I can explain the shift is to think about it as going from manual labor to completely autonomous navigation for your mind. Traditional studying is like trying to navigate a huge city with a giant, tangled paper map. You're doing all the work, stopping at every corner, trying to figure out where you are, decoding every turn. Agentic AI, on the other hand, is like getting into an autonomous vehicle. You just tell it the destination, mastery, and the system handles the rest. It navigates the complex route, avoids the traffic jams of cognitive overload, and finds the absolute fastest way for you to get there. And this changes everything. You are no longer just a passive reader, just letting information wash over you. You become an active collaborator with the AI. You're the director of your own learning journey. And that is what leads to true, meaningful learning, the kind of knowledge that actually sticks with you. Okay, this all sounds amazing in theory, right? But what about the results? Does this actually work in the real world? Well, the proof is in the progress. The data couldn't be cleared. To reach the exact same level of mastery on a topic, traditional methods took, on average, 10 hours. With an agentic tutor managing all that cognitive load, it took just 4. That's a 60% reduction in study time. I mean, think about what you could do with all that time back in your life. And this brings us to the biggest payoff of all. This isn't about replacing your brain, it's about upgrading it. By letting the AI handle all the tedious cognitive heavy lifting, you free up your uniquely human mind for what it does best, higher order thinking. So instead of spending hours memorizing facts, you can spend that time actually debating their consequences. You're not just learning to code anymore, you're architecting a better system. So the tools are here. The method is proven. It is officially time to start your own mastery journey and finally take control of the way you learn. So the only question left is, are you ready to optimize your brain? If the answer is yes, here's your first mission. Open up Notebook LM and give it this exact prompt. Just see for yourself how this agentic approach can be applied in totally different fields. This is step 1 to building your bionic mind. And hey, if this helped you help someone else learn faster by sharing it with them, make sure to like and subscribe to Study Buddy with Notebook LM, or your guide to this intelligence revolution.
And as always, stay agentic.